Rishi Sunak's new cabinet meets this morning after a day of sackings and surprise comebacks, including David Cameron's shock return.
Good morning. A risky business. Being your own boss can be the dream for many people, but the number of self-employed workers has fallen by a fifth since the pandemic. I'll be explaining exactly why.
The Boy Who Lived. We will hear about the close friendship between the actor Daniel Radcliffe and his Harry Potter stunt double, who was paralysed during filming.
Dave still is one of the most important people in my life, as he has been for the last 20 years.
Thousands of mourners have lined the streets of Manchester for the funeral of one of England's football's greatest ever players, Sir Bobby Charlton. The World Cup winner's funeral procession passed many places associated with his long career with Manchester United. Guests, including that of Prince of Wales, also were in attendance. Sir Bobby died last month. He was 86 years old. Royal Mail has been fined £5.6 million by the UK communications regulator, Ofcom, after what it calls a significant failure to meet its postal delivery targets in the past financial year. The watchdog found that the company had fallen short in delivery of both first and second-class mail. And a UK regulator is warning that there are worrying signs that a growing number of doctors are planning to leave the field.
Health bosses in England say hospitals are having to shelve plans for extra winter beds because of financial problems. The warning by NHS providers comes after the Treasury rejected pleas for an extra £1 billion to cover the cost of strikes during the last 11 months. The government has said planning for the winter is on track. Investigations are continuing into what caused a house fire that killed 5 members of the same family in West London. 3 children were among the victims in the terrace property in Hounslow, which caught fire on Sunday evening. The Met Office has warned that a week's worth of rain could fall in just a few hours across southern England today. It's issued a yellow weather warning, which comes just a day after other parts of the UK, such as Whitehaven in Cumbria, which you can see here, were battered by Storm Debi. Applications have opened for XL Bully owners to register their dogs before the breed is made illegal. Those who wish to keep them must apply to an exemption scheme, or they could choose to have their dog put down and apply for compensation. The boss of McDonald's in the UK will be questioned by MPs later over allegations of a toxic workplace culture at the fast food chain. It follows a BBC investigation in which more than 100 current and recent staff alleged sexual assault, harassment, racism and bullying. Let's take a look at this morning's newspapers. The front page is dominated by, guess what, one person, David Cameron. Now, Lord Cameron, and the fact that he is back in the cabinet.
The Guardian calls the former Prime Minister's appointment as Foreign Secretary as a shock return. The
Sun leads with the headline, "Recall me, Dave."
Very good.
It also says
6 years for that.
there we go. Also says that the former Home Secretary, Suella Braverman, was brutally fired.
The Mirror goes with back where we began, reporting that Rishi Sunak has been accused of desperation for bringing Lord Cameron back into the government.
And The Times says Cameron has been brought back from the wilderness.